Icedrake G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Bahamut Lagoon! Let's see what's inside Yo-Yo's room! Hey, that rhymed. But yeah, around here, there's nothing! There's no items to find or anything like that. We have a balcony over here for some reason, I don't know why. I mean, if every time it rained, wouldn't you just get water down in your room with that open like that? Doesn't exactly sound like the best plan. But anyway, the reason I wanted to come in here was to talk to this guy some more. Oh, yeah, I suppose it would be. Did you remember to bring the porno mags? He did! So yeah, this is the bookshop of the game here. The first 4 books are primarily for developing a dragon's wisdom stat. So I'm going to buy a bunch of those since they're really cheap at this point. So yeah, let's get 14 of those, and then 1 ship's log to top off a dragon's wisdom stat there, because the Prodigy notebook is the most cost-efficient one of the 4, though some of the other ones increase like your dexterity and mind a little bit too, but no, it's not worth it. Prodigy notebooks are the way to go. And we can also buy porno mags here. They increase a dragon's strength by 14, but they reduce their wisdom by 10, if I recall correctly, and they affect some other stats too, but really the reason you buy them is for maxing out strength, because they are the most cost-efficient item in the game to do that. Unfortunately, we don't have the money for that, so we're not going to be doing that right now, and we're not going to have access to the bookshop until Chapter 6. So save up your money for porno mags, so we can feed them to our dragons later. But yeah, basically I just want to increase their wisdom to make them smarter, like exploiting elemental weaknesses, and they'll get even more rambunctious by, well, if they actually decide to assist you in a round of direct combat, they always will, then, if they decide to do that in the first place. They won't just, like, decide to assist and then fake you out or anything if you get their wisdom stat up to 100. So that's another reason why I want to max out wisdom there. And let's see, in the 2 rooms to the sides here, there's also nothing. No items for us to find here, no people hanging around. They're all at the meeting, apparently. There will be some items around here later, though. So, like, throughout the game, as we, go from chapter to chapter, sometimes there'll be new items to find in places where there weren't items before. And we're going to be hanging around here for a long time. So remember to check everything out periodically if you're going to play ahead of me or something. But alright, so we got the books, and yeah, we got a whole bunch of items that we farmed in the previous battle there. So let's see, we also got something from Gunso, his underwear? I don't know. But it reduces the dragon's transformation stat by 20, so that's not really relevant for me, so I'm getting rid of that. We're never going to use that. But alright, let's start maxing out wisdom for some of our dragons here. So let's see, with Icedrake, to increase wisdom, the Prodigy notebook increases it by 8, so I'm going to need 4 of them to max out wisdom for Icedrake there. And something else about Icedrake, or all dragons really, whenever they gain a level, they'll increase their innate elemental stat by 3. So for Icedrake, that's water elemental power. For Molten, it's recovery. For Thunderhawk, it's thunder. For Salmando, it's fire. And Twinhead is both fire and water. So that's pretty nice. Let's see, with Molten there, I'm going to give them the rod. If you got any fire rods, equip them on your wizards, and then feed the rods to Molten, because they increase the recovery elemental stat for them there. Just the regular rods, though. Don't feed the fire rods. They don't increase recovery elemental. They increase fire, but I'm not going to be feeding them to dragons for a while. And let's see, to max out your wisdom, let's give you a couple Prodigy notebooks. Very good. I think that'll be everything for now for you. And for Thunderhawk, I'm going to need a lot of books to max out that wisdom stat. So now they'll be able to assist us in battle there. And since I only need 2 more to max out Wisdom, I figured just go with the cheaper ship's log. It increases Wisdom by 5. And let's see, if you recall, in the recent battle, we farmed a whole bunch of Earthgrass. I want 10 of them so that I can feed them to Thunderhawk, increase Fire and Water to 10 so we can get access to those techs, as well as unlocking Earth Elemental techs and increasing Thunder to level 2 as well. And let's see, I think that's everything else here. Yeah, we're good. Now, with Salmando, I'm going to be doing something a little different that I don't always do, but I got a little lucky with this. Let's see. So with Salmando, I want to give them 5 drawer things. They increase your dexterity and mind by 10. I think they increase, intimacy and fidelity a little bit there too. But the main stat I really care about is dexterity, because I'm going to be putting a light armor unit in Salmando's squad, and they can take advantage of a dragon's dexterity with their passive ability. I'll go over that in more detail when I get to battle formations. And let's see, so Twinhead is going to be getting most of the stuff that I got. Let's see, so this is why I farmed the diamond armor. It increases Thunder Elemental Power by 12, so that I can get Earth Elemental techs for Twinhead, as well as Thunder. And let's see, I'm going to give Twinhead all of my battle axes, because Twinhead is the first dragon that I want to max out strength on. And same thing with Salmando, too. That's why I'm not feeding them any books for Wisdom, because I'm just going to feed them a bunch of Pornomags anyway, and that'll totally crush their Wisdom stat. So there's no point in maxing it out right now. And let's see. So yeah, the Pornomag I gave to boost strength. Let's give Twinhead the leather armor to boost vitality a little bit, and dexterity as well. And let's see, let's give the Bitter Memory to Twinhead as well. It boosts vitality by 16, which is a pretty high amount at this point in the game. And it reduces intimacy a bit, but again, I'm not really worried about that stat. And let's see, so for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be giving all of my Earthgrass to Twinhead to work on those elemental stats. And since Twinhead does gain fire and water upon gaining a level, let's give 1 more flame grass to Twinhead, so that if they gain a level during the middle of the battle, I'll gain a fire level for my fire techs there, and water for that matter. And I'll just give you the poison grass. I got nothing better to do with it, and we're not going to be doing anything with poison for quite some time anyway. But I want to hold on to the flame grass for later. I usually like holding on to the primary, like the basic 3 elements of grass for topping off a dragon's elemental power or something, because giving them any more doesn't really help them there. But I definitely want to hold on to the Unuuji, which I'm going to be putting to use in the very next battle there. But alright, so that's everything I want to take care of with my dragons there. So to advance the plot, we need to talk to Sendak. If you didn't talk to him before, he's on the bridge, and he'll say, hey, come to the captain's room later, or something like that. So that's down here, and then we can talk to him to advance the plot. Hey, how's it going? Oh, you have? I mean, I guess you're old enough. Oh, well, I don't either. But, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I suppose I could. Oh, okay. Why are you walking so funny? Well, I guess you're laughing or something, but, okay, yeah, sure, why not? It's not really a big deal. But, yeah, you're welcome, I guess. Strange old man. Oh. They get paid? I thought we were, like, fighting for our lives here, not for money. But, nope, there's no pornomags in the bed there. Ah, okay, never mind, then. But, okay, yeah, so once you talk to him, then we can move along here. Oh, practicing what? Don't answer that, viewers. That's a strange sound effect. Oh, you're just sleeping. How do I know you're not making faces under that thing in front of me? I don't know. But, okay, so yeah, to move along, let's talk to Hornet here. Oh, yeah, let's go! Oh, I didn't figure that out yet. Oh yeah, that's where it was in the cutscene. How we know she's being held on Campbell, I don't know. But, yeah, that is where we need to go. All ahead, full! Maybe there's a line of dialogue or something that I forgot about. Strap yourselves in! It's gonna be a bumpy ride! So yeah, we just take our airship wherever we need to go, I guess, to give the dragons a rest, and then we can go land somewhere. So alright, now that we are in Chapter 2, we can rearrange our dragons and formations. So let's take a look at what we got here. You go into the dragon menu, you can switch your dragons around however you like. You don't have to have Byuu with Salmando, although I kind of do just for the theme between the two, but you don't have to. But let's see. So yeah, so with your dragons, when you move them around, well, we got the map here, so you can tell which dragon is associated with which group on the battlefield, and sometimes I like to change them around for different situations, but in this case, I'm just going to leave the dragons where they are in their default positions. Instead, I'm going to change my formation around quite a bit. Now, I definitely want to put Lukia in Salmando's squad there, along with a couple priests. And the reason I want priests in that group is because with the elemental stats that we've got, they can learn Starfall, so they can actually deal some damage instead of just healing all the time. So that's pretty nice. So they're basically going to be kind of my main Earth Elemental squad, although other squads will have available, or have that available for them too. But let's see, most importantly, you see on the bottom there where it says Sprinter Level 2, that's a passive ability from the Light Armor job class. The way it works is that for every 25 past the first 25 dexterity, you gain a level of the Sprinter passive ability from the Light Armor job class. So I've got 50 dexterity, and so you could max it out at 250 or level 10, and for every level of Sprinter you get, it increases the squad's movement range by 1. So you could get up to with this group, I could get up to a maximum of 15 movement range. It's obscene in this game, and we're going to be getting a couple more light armors throughout the game too. So that's just something to really help us out later on in the game, but for now, it increases my movement range by 2. And let's see, with Icedrake's squad, let's get the heavy armors all in that group, along with Reeve, because, well, he's one of our new Lancers there, and the heavy armor job class has no field ability, but Reeve does with Javelin there, so that'll give that squad something to do if they can't get in range of another enemy squad, so they can still get at least a little bit of experience, not to mention some utility, like with Thunder Dust to destroy an object that's in our way, or whatever, like a wall or a cannon or whatever. But with this group, I have them focusing on the heavy armor job class. You see on the bottom, we have the defense passive ability from them. The way it works is that every character in the game has sort of an auto-defend passive effect, 2 in 32 chance of defending, even if they didn't select the defend command. If they get attacked, they might defend and cut that damage in half there. But with the defense passive ability, it increases that amount by 1 in 32 per level. And that level is dependent on the vitality stat of the dragon. So for every 25 past the first 25, you get another level of the defense passive ability. So 1 in 32 times 10 levels times the 3 heavy armors plus the 2 in 32 base chance, you get a 100% chance of auto-defending, even if you don't select the defend command. So this is like a group I like to use for tanking a lot. You could spread out the heavy armors with other squads there to give them that passive ability, but I'd rather have the guarantee of that defense happening once I max out the vitality stat of their dragon there. And I'm going to be keeping this squad pretty much the same way throughout the entire game, really, because that tanking ability is very nice to have there. Okay, so for Molten squad, let's see, I want to have Sendak there, and who else? Frederica in that squad. This squad is mainly for Sendak to cast bingo on others, and that's pretty much it. The mini devils there are just filler, and Frederica I have there in the event maybe I don't need to buff someone up with bingo there, so I could do some healing or cure a status ailment or whatever. You see on the bottom there, that dance ability, that's also a passive ability. Well, it's actually an active ability for the mini devil job class. For every 25 mind past the first 25, you get another level for their devil dance ability. And I would imagine that would increase the power of whatever they're doing with that, though I don't really use mini devils that much, so I don't know. I don't really worry about it. But that is another ability that is dependent on one of the dragon stats there. Strength, vitality, dexterity, mind. They all max out at 250 or level 10 for those abilities there. Okay, so let's see. For the next party there with Thunderhawk, I want to put Matelite in that group because he only has Thunder Elemental. The Thunder Elemental Inspire ability. Even though I've increased Fire and Water Elemental power for Thunderhawk, he doesn't get any new abilities. So, Inspire's all he's got. You want to put him in a squad that has a pretty good Thunder Elemental stat. And then the three wizards there, I want to keep in the same group, so that way the levels of their spells will stack on top of each other when I have them cast a spell on the field there. So this is primarily going to be a field AoE group, or a field effect group, rather than going into direct combat, though I'd still do that sometimes. And let's see, okay, so with the final group, with Twinhead, I've got the three knights there, and they don't have a field effect, so that's why I've got the Lancer with their group. And if you notice on the bottom there, we have the critical passive ability for the Knight job class. The way it works is that every job class, it's basically the same thing as the defense command, but for critical hits. Every job class has a base chance of a 2 in 32 chance to crit when they use a physical attack or a tech, like their pulse abilities there. And then for every 25 strength past the first 25, you get another level of that critical ability, which increases your crit rate by 1 in 32. So times 10 for the levels, and then times 3 for the knights, plus the base chance of 2 in 32, you get a 100% crit rate if you max out strength. And that's why I've got all the knights in Twinhead squad, because I plan on maxing out Twinhead strength as quickly as possible, and I want all the knights in the same squad, so that way I can guarantee the crit rate that I'm going to get from everyone in the squad. Even the Lancer gets access to the high crit rate there. And that also has the advantage of not necessarily requiring the bingo buff to be able to kill something. So this group is going to be my boss destroyer group, or any group of enemies that has like really high HP relatively early in the game there. So let's see, I think that's everything for my formation there, so let's head into battle. Oh, we couldn't have just landed over there? We have to walk all the way there? Okay. I mean, we can fly. Why not just bombard them from the sky? It is I, Matelite, here to rescue you. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's talking about field effects, like with the wizards there. So yeah, if you kill enemies with a field effect, you get half the money than if you would kill them with a direct combat. I just like that line. We are poor! We need money! Money, money, money! I also liked the way I put the set up the squads to have the lead character being someone important to the plot. But you don't have to do it that way. I don't know that your formation within your own squad matters. Like having Matelite at the top of the squad instead of the bottom. I don't think that matters at all. It's not like a Final Fantasy 1 sort of thing where characters at the front tend to receive more attacks than the ones in the back. No, it doesn't work that way. Or at least I don't think it does. Yeah, I don't know. But I always set up my party that way just for tradition and whatnot. And one other thing I wanted to go over here with Salmando there. So we got their dexterity and mind stat over 50 there. And when you do that, you unlock some more text there. So this is kind of similar to the levels for those passive abilities, where you get a level for those texts for every 25 of the corresponding stat. So for Claw, that's for dexterity. Sonic Boom is for mind. So every 25, you get another level of those. Same thing for Bite, though you already have a level of that to start. So to get another level, you got to get it up to 50 there. And there's another one for Vitality there. Let me see. I think Twinhead should have that at this point. Yeah, we got that. So Twinhead has access to Body Blow, which is based on your Vitality stat, in addition to the reduction of physical damage that you get from increasing Vitality. I want to increase Vitality for all of my dragons. I just thought I'd start with Twinhead there. And let's see, as far as enemies go, yeah, we've got mostly the same enemy. Actually, I think they're all the same enemies as before. There's just a lot more of them. So like the boss, the Warbusters that we fought before in the first battle, yeah, we've got a whole bunch of them to deal with this time around. Can we defeat them? Find out next time on Let's Play Bahamut Lagoon. This is H.C. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day.